We talk about skincare, go through our skincare routine. This is our time to really proactively um, work on discipline, and stay committed and just be in the practice, of commitment to things. So, especially our skincare, so that we can get results, not only with our skin and our beauty, but in life. So, that's what turn down service is if you don't know. This is a little Palo Santo just to get the vibes right. I just wanted to hop on really quickly, spend a little time with y'all, and then I'm gonna hop off. My phone will be dying soon. But again, I'm committed. I'm committed to the process. I have a few things to share with you. I'm gonna do a very simple skincare routine. Last week in terrible lighting, I did a chemical peel, and I wanted to kind of show you what things are looking like a week later. Not a dramatic difference. I can see a little bit of a difference here, and definitely a lot better texture. Texture, and my skin is acne prone, so um, it got a lot of exfoliation going. So I am happy about that. We'll probably do another one, and I have a theory about what's going on with my hyperpigmentation as well. But ultimately, I'm happy with the results and I'm happy with me. So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Before I dive all the way in, Survival of the Idiots, my workbook. Just want to plug that really quickly. Um, a lot of awesome things are coming, and I'm super duper blessed and excited. And so this workbook is it's it's the tools in real life. It's like how to actually apply a lot of the things that I'm talking about here. Beauty is a mind, body, and soul experience. The contents, discovering your it girl potential, identifying your signature look. We're gonna take you through how to really create and cultivate that signature look. Um, yeah, so that you can literally manifest, a life of pleasure and a life that is very fulfilling to you, and create an aesthetic that goes with it. Battery sign just went on. So I'm going to get to the routine, the skincare. Um, Super simple because we're still healing from that chemical peel. So we're not really doing actives right now. I am using my Cetaphil, same old, it's almost gone. Cream to foam cleanser. And sometimes these days I like to go ahead and cleanse with this, and then I will do a double cleanse, and I'll chase that, especially when I'm in the shower, with my Dove beauty bar. And I don't typically recommend using a washcloth too much on the face because they can, kind of really carry bacteria. But I do like a little bit of that physical exfoliation to go along with the cleansing. But one thing I can say, honey, my skin is super duper soft and smooth. Um, Not to mention my cycle came on, so I can see and feel the difference um, in how my skin looks and functions according to my cycle. I talk about that all the time. In this perimenopause phase of life, you know, we are a little more focused on pro aging. I was aging well. Um, some different things going on with the skin. Nothing major, but you know, we notice a few different things. I meant to do the massaging before I started, but that's okay. Um, when I'm thinking of pro aging, I'm thinking of massage and gua sha. But so we do a gentle cleanse. I'm coming in, I've showed you this product before. Another really good reason I'm sharing this with you again to tell you kind of like, again, this is what consistency does for you. It helps you understand exactly what products are doing for your skin, how your skin is responding to it, what it helps with, all of those things. So I was telling you that I have a theory about my hyperpigmentation. I was using a prescription retinol, a compound that had quite a few different ingredients in it, and it has what they call like a melanin blocker, right? And it so that that pigment actually really goes away. Well, I have not been using that prescription in quite some time, and that's part of what is happening. That pigment is coming back to the surface. It is what it is. One product that I'm getting ready to start incorporating into the routine is this Eucerin Radiant Tone. It has an ingredient, thymidol, thymidol in it, that is a pigment blocker. I've read a lot of really good reviews about this, so until I get back to a dermatologist or someone that can prescribe that medication for me again, um, I'm gonna try that. I also was telling you that I just did this chemical peel last Sunday, so I was excited and really trying to. And in full transparency, you know, when you do a peel and we kind of have an emotional approach to things in the beginning, it's like I want to see these results right now. I want to see them now. I'm not seeing them the way that I want to see them. I want this pigment gone. This pigmentation, not my pigment, but this pigment, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. I want it gone. So I was kind of freaking out, to be honest, for just a little bit, and got that product. But it's too soon to use that product. I believe it's gonna do what it's gonna do. It's gonna be helpful, but too soon to use it. I use it at night. Immediately in the morning, I'm doing my cleansing and I can feel little tiny raised bumps on my face. Nothing I could see, but I could feel kind of like an allergic or um, that the skin barrier was compromised. And so the thing about PDRN, this product, is it's very anti-inflammatory and it's very healing. Fishermen were using this in their hands, you know, as they were dealing with salmon DNA. You know, they noticed the effects on their hands. That's where doctors really got, you know, to using this product, this ingredient, this whatever you call it, in skincare. Okay, is how it got its claim to fame. So my point is, I was able to combat any further reaction by continuing to just use this product. Um, and right now I'm going in with something new that I've started using. Speaking of anti-aging products, this is the Gold Bond Neck and Chest. I don't know if y'all saw Miss Nia Long was talking about how she has been using neck cream forever. Um, the neck is one of the first areas that will start showing just a little bit of aging, even in our black don't crack women. So I have been using that, mixing it in with with my sunscreen and using it at night. So, very simple routine this evening. That's all that's going on. For the next week or so, I will still continue to use this morning, evening. And after that, then we'll get back to more of our actives and exfoliating daily with something like this, with those post inflammatory hyperpigmentation blockers. Okay. But overall, again, I'm loving the texture. Another thing I wanted to share with you is this Dove Derma Scalp. It's like a scalp serum. Barrier repair. These braids, I wash them every week. I need to do my edges and all that other stuff. But yeah, they can get itchy, and I'm not able to dig in, scratch my scalp, all that. It's very important to keep the scalp clean. And that means not a ton of oil and grease, which culturally we like to oil the scalp. That's great, but eventually it can cause clogged pores in your scalp. So I love that this is, you can see it's more of a liquid consistency. Um, you know, and it feels really good, and it definitely, so it's awesome to use this summer, as it gets warmer and we're wearing protective styles more. um I think it costs maybe $20 at the most, and I got it on Amazon. So yeah, then you may want to check that out. um yeah, I think that is pretty much what I wanted to share. Everything is good, everything's copacetic here. um Life is good. I've had some great conversations with family throughout the week. um Things are really taking a turn for the better on that end. um So I'm super grateful, and I've had some conversations again about just my move here to New Orleans, doing a lot of things on my own and going through a healing journey that does tend to manifest into physicality. And I talk about that, all the time. This is also to help us, work through the physical, the mental, get us back. Sometimes we kind of lose ourselves in the process. I've recently been revisiting, my makeup career, a lot of opportunities that I had in the past, big opportunities. For example, I met Pharrell and I worked with models, that he was using on the David Letterman show. Like, I forget about stuff like that. I worked on Fantasia Barrino's show as a professional makeup artist. So when I talk about creating an aesthetic so that you can be in any room, feel comfortable, um, and become more of your authentic self and develop that personal brand, it comes from that space. It comes from being in those rooms. And even with accolades and degrees and all these things that we have, we can still get lost. We can get lost in the sauce. We can get lost in the process. And that's okay. I am somebody who is living it, in real time. I try to be. So definitely, check out this workbook. I'll definitely be sharing a lot more about it and breaking down exactly what's in it and how it's going to help you improve, help you develop your it girl status, and just embrace all of it. Embrace the journey, the good, the bad, and the indifferent, the it girl problems, all of that. So, anywho, I love y'all. My phone's gonna die. Just wanted to hop on for a little bit and spend a little time with y'all. But we'll do it again next week, God willing. Okay. See ya. Peace.